So good morning, hello, and welcome to the seaside. I'm at the beach and I'm just about to walk into the sun. Oh, sun, what is that stuff? It's bright and light and warm and glowing, and yeah, we don't see that very often, but I'm at the seaside. Look at this. I'm at the beach and I'm just I'm just very conscious actually at the water hitting the side of the breakwater because my van's just the other side there, and I don't particularly want the water hitting it because it's actually spraying all the stones over the top of the wall. Aberystwyth is renowned and known for the way the tide hits this wall and smashes the sea right up over the top of these buildings and houses. That I would love to see one day. But yeah, today I'm just going to have a little look at this little breakwater down here. I'm going to do something very simple, very easy, a nice, clean, long exposure with some white fluffy water. The sun's come out, which is dire. This morning we had really grey clouds and I was going to make this amazing minimalistic photograph, but you know I use my Maven filters, but I've been sent another little set of filters from K&F and they sent them to me about 4 months ago and I just not got round to using them, so I'm just going to try them out for you. But yeah, look at this. This is the job. Just a little bit of a clean, minimal shot with a very plain, simple background. Probably turn it to black and white, and we've got sea spray coming in as well, which isn't helping keeping the lens clean. One lens, one camera. As you can see, all I've got is the camera on the tripod at the moment, so I've got one lens on there, one camera, and we're just going to give it a go. Nice and clean, the light's against it so it should shine, all the wood, all the board should shine nicely. Yeah, tripod down, set it up and I'll switch it back on. So one thing I've got to be conscious of in this image straight away is the fact that my shadow's in it. Oh, that's a big wave and I'm hoping it's not going to come up and hit me. Ooh, that come up a bit close, look. Oh, it's right there in front of me, so I just better be a bit careful. Listen to the sound of that wave though, listen to the sound of that water, absolutely beautiful. So anyway, I've got my composition already set up. It's very nice, it's very simple. It's just the walk boards and the horizon line, and everything's just set just nicely. I've got it nice and level. I've got my geared head on so I can just literally just twizzle the knobs and buttons. And I'm going to take a basic exposure at ISO 125, a base exposure. My horizon light is off the center because I don't want it on the center. And I'm just going to take a basic exposure. So I'm going to put my 2-second timer on. I'm just going to focus on the wall, on the breakwater, and take a base exposure with it exactly like it is. And just to give me an idea of what it looks like in color. And I'm just going to try and wait for the tide to come up. Now this is not going to be easy with a 2-second timer on, so let's take that off. That's what I wanted. I wanted that white water all around the bottom to show you the difference. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take this filter holder off the front of the camera and I'm going to attach the new filters on, and I'm going to put a 10 stop on. So what I'm going to have to do is just take my old filter holder off, put my step-up ring back on the front of my camera because I've got a 58mm lens at the front. And I'm going to put my step-up ring, because whenever I buy filters, and this was a question I was asked in my stay tide's getting close. Yeah, this is a question I was asked on one of my videos on what size filters should somebody buy. In fact, I've been asked it several times and I always say 82mm. Put a step-up ring onto all your lenses and use the same filter that fits them all. If I buy a 58mm filter, it's not going to fit my 72 or my 67 or my 82 or my 77. It's not going to fit them. So buy this, do this. Step-up ring on the front of your lens and then all the filters fit it. So I'm going to attach this, put my 10 stop on, and we're going to give it a go. This is the Nano X series filters. It's actually got an adapter ring for the 82mm. It's a magnetic filter kit. It's got an ND8, which we're going to put in maybe and try and tone the sky down. It's got an ND8, an ND64 and an ND1000 and an MRC. Not sure what the MRC is. We'll have a look when we open the box. Okay, so inside the box I have got this lovely little pouch, and it's got a magnetic flap on the front of here, which is nice, and it's got, whoa, that water came up very close. Look how close that came up to me then. Here comes another massive wave. This one could get me. Okay, yeah, right, we're safe. Just for a second. Yeah, so it's got a magnetic flap on the front which keeps your filters case down, and it's also got this waterproof watertight zip on the top there, and I'll show you some overlay pictures as well. And on the back you've got a belt strap clip which is velcroed, and you've got a ring, which is what I do with my filters. I put a carabiner on the ring like this, and then I clip this, if you can see down here, I clip it onto my tripod. So my filters are now attached to my tripod, and all I've got to do is work from there. Right, so first of all, I'm going to pull out this adapter ring and attach that to the front of my step-up ring. That then becomes my magnetic filter adapter, and away we go. And then inside this little pouch we have a few filters. We've got our ND grad. Hopefully you can see that we've got a bit of a grad there, and the tone, you can see the tone by my fingers where it grads down. And let's just put that on and see what it does on the front. And with it being magnetic, you can spin it round and get that grad at the top. And I think we'll leave that on because that's just going to bring the sky down. And I'm going to do a before and after photo. So this is the tide coming in, big wash. I had to move the camera back just now because I got really quite... So that's just to show you the difference of the sky. Yeah, but the tide came up really quite close. And then we're going to pull out the 10 stop, which is going to be the ND1000. So on the front it's got these nice big letters that you can read. So that's an ND8. So that's me ND8, you can see there, ND8. And then we've got a ND64, which is this one, a little bit darker. Put it on the front there, so that's a little bit darker. And then we've also got the ND1000, which is our 10 stop, which is really, really dark, really black. You probably can't see through that one. Definitely not. So yeah, we're going to pop that on the front. And what I might need to do is just make sure that my lens is clean from sea spray. Oh, here comes the tide. Let's just see if I can get a shot of that first while that's moving. And that gave me a 2.5 second exposure. And we'll do another one as well because the water's going out, and that's just giving me those long exposures. But what I do need to do is just check and make sure we've got no water on the front. And this is the easy for this because with there being magnetic, we just pull them off. So we'll just give it a bit of a wipe and stick them back on again. Very, very simple. That's a really good exposure. That second one I took just now, we've got flow in the water, we've got that darkness to the sky, and we've got all these stripes, and that is absolutely nailed it in one. Or nailed it in two, should I say. The first one's nice with a 10 stop on there. It's giving that nice water on the bottom, very minimal, but the second one with that flow of water, absolutely bang on. I wouldn't even need to take another photograph. I'm happy with that on its own. But I will try the differences and put the 8 stop, the ND8 on and the ND64 just to show you what they're like. So now I'm just going to take the grad off because I'm going to try one without the grad, see if the tones in the sky work better as it is. I'm going to zoom in slightly, I think, this time. My horizon's right on the thirds. I'm going to focus, wait for a big wave to come in. Here comes another one now. And just hit the button. I know I should have a cable release, but it's in the van and I forgot to bring it out. But at f8, that's given me about 2 seconds, so we're getting a lovely lot of movement in the water, which is quite nice for a shot like this. You need to get a little bit of movement. The sky is too plain to make it a really mega long exposure, so we're getting some lovely streaks. Look at that, with the water just splashing up. I'm going to put this one up for you. The water just splashing up over the top of the breakwater, which giving that sense of movement, that feel of movement, and that was at 1.8 seconds. Now I'm shooting in aperture priority. You could do this in manual, which will give you more control, and you can set up the time then as you want. So this is quite a nice filter kit, to be honest. It's nice and small, it's nice and compact, but I've got one little thing I'm not quite so keen on is it doesn't come with a lens cap. Now whether I've taken it out and dropped it or lost it, I don't know, but in the pouch there's no actual lens cap. You can see that we get these little slots to put everything in. The ND grad is in the bottom there. You can see the nice grad on that. But yeah, there's no lens cap to cover up the lens, so like down there when the water spray's coming up, I couldn't actually control that. Yeah, that's a little bit of an issue, but I'm sure you could buy one that fits it. So I think that's as simple as done. I think I'm going to make this a very short, simple video on the filters and taking a morning exposure, because the sun's come up so bright now that it's just almost impossible to do anything with. 10 stop is just not cutting it. I need to do really, really long exposures to get those smooth water. But yeah, that was a fun 5 minutes on the beach. I've got problems with my microphone, so I am cutting this short because my microphone's coming up on my Osmo Pocket 3 saying the memory is full on my microphone and I need to format it and clear it. And I don't know how to do it, so now I've got to go back to the van. I've got to get my little laptop out, connect it, try and find out how, and see if there's a possible way I can clear it, because it's not recording voice onto my memory card or onto my microphone, so I do need to clear it. And I'm on a time limit on the van. I have to move the van at some time this morning, and I think it's also possibly breakfast. So don't forget to give us that thumbs up, so give it a like and subscribe. Follow the channel if you don't know who I am. I do a lot of landscape, a lot of all sorts of bits and pieces, and this was just a quick morning out with some new filters. So yeah, job done. Time to sort this memory card out. Ciao for now. See you soon, guys. Ta-da.